Hey guys, it's your boy Carpier's and welcome to my Monday Night Raw results video. Last night's Raw was, again, it was very good. They had a lot of build up to SummerSlam, and it was a very good night, in truth. The night starts off with Brian Maddox overseeing a contract signing between WWE Champion John Cena and number one contender Daniel Bryan. Max was saying that people were saying that Bryan wasn't big enough or he wasn't strong enough to be the WWE Champion, and Cena said that basically said that was a lot of crap. That he mentioned names like WWE Hall of Famers Shawn Michaels and the late great Eddie Guerrero. Also, the Master of the 619, and Cena mentioned Rey Mysterio as well as examples of people who weren't the biggest or the strongest. And I have to agree with that. You don't have to be big or strong to be the WWE Champion. That's not what it's all about at all. If the WWE Champion was determined by strength, Mark Henry would be the WWE Champion. If it was determined by size, it would be either Big Show or Great Khali. I mean, that's just a stupid assumption. And Daniel Bryan was put in a gauntlet match with Larry tonight by Brad Maddox. So, Daniel Bryan would have to run the gauntlet later in the night. The first match of the night was World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio taking on Sheamus. Sheamus had probably the worst bruise on his leg I've ever seen in my life. It was just horrible to look at. Kind of made me sick to my stomach. And because of the bruise on his leg, he couldn't overcome it, and it led to Sheamus losing the match when Del Rio rolled him up. So, Christian will, the next match was Christian against Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil looked kind of good in this match, but in the end, Christian picked up the victory when he hit the kill switch. Then Mark Henry addressed the Shield. Henry tried to fight off the Shield, but when they were overriding the world's strongest man, out came the Usos. The Usos came out to help Henry. And Henry was acting like a face. I couldn't believe it. You know, he was saying how he was proud to be a Texan, how he was proud to be just down the road in Silsby, because he was from Texas, University of Texas. So Henry was like playing to the crowd, kind of like indicating that he was trying to turn face or something along those lines, which was kind of weird. Next was a match between Dolph Ziggler and Darren Young. Dolph Ziggler picked up the victory before AJ Lee and, more importantly, Big E Langston came out. Langston and Ziggler exchanged a few blows before Ziggler got away from Big E Langston, and Ziggler kind of like kicked the ground. And I think it was the King, Jerry King Lawler, said that was like what Ziggler did to AJ. He kicked her to the curve, which was kind of funny. Next was the cast of Total Divas appearing on Miz TV. He missed one of the new divas, Eva Maria, and made her mark when she slapped Jerry King Lawler, seemingly unprovoked. I don't know what he did, because I wasn't really paying attention. Because the divas are kind of boring. They're hot, but they're boring. I'd pay more attention if they wrestle naked. I think we all would. But that's not gonna happen. Especially not now when it's PG. But yeah, that happened, and they said that Total Divas is gonna be awesome. I, for one, am not gonna watch it. I can't imagine many people are gonna watch it unless they get naked during the show, which is very unlikely. It could happen, but it's very unlikely. Next was a match between Cody Rhodes and Fandango. And the SmackDown, Mr. Money in the Bank, Damien Sandow was on commentary for the match. At one point, just before the end of the match, Fandango was regrouping on the outside of the ring, on the opposite side near where the stage was, and Damien Sandow came up on the apron to, I don't know if he was going into the ring to attack Cody Rhodes or if he was just going up to distract him. Either way, if it was for distraction, it worked. Sorta. It allowed Fandango to run in, but Cody Rhodes sidestepped Fandango, and Fandango almost ran into Sandow. Fandango stopped himself before he collided with Sandow, but then Cody Rhodes did the disaster kick. And I'm almost certain he caught the briefcase, Sandow's briefcase, and hit Fandango with it. I'm almost certain that happened. That's what it looked like happened. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it looked like happened. And Cody Rhodes hit Crossroads as Sandow was walking away. Cody Rhodes got the victory. Then it was CM Punk coming out to address Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar from last week. Punk said that Lesnar's biggest asset is fear. Punk, I knew he was going to do it, and he made the challenge, so it is now official. CM Punk will take on Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam in what Punk he smartly dubbed the Best versus the Beast. After Punk issued the challenge, Paul Heyman appeared on the Titantron live via satellite. Punk said that's a lot of crap. But he demanded Heyman reveal where him and Lesnar were, or so he could go kick their asses. But Heyman had a lot to say, but the most important thing is that he accepted CM Punk's challenge for Brock Lesnar's behalf, so the match will happen at SummerSlam. So yeah, I thought Heyman was gonna reject it like he did when Triple H wanted to fight Lesnar at SummerSlam last year, and then Punk would have to do something to force Heyman to accept the match. Triple H had Stephanie, he'd come out and slap Heyman on the 1000th episode of Raw, which led to Heyman accepting the match between Lesnar and Triple H. But no, Heyman accepted it. So next couple of weeks, WWE's gonna definitely build up that match, and I think it's gonna be a very good match. I'm really looking forward to SummerSlam. Next was a match between Wade Barrett against Mr. Monday Night Rob Van Dam, who's been on a hell of a roll since returning to WWE after a few years in TNA. Van Dam looked good. He hit Barrett with a low signature moves like the Rolling Thunder, a lot of his signature kicks, and eventually finishing him off with the greatest move in Van Dam's arsenal. That is why it is dubbed the 5-Star Frog Splash. It was also announced that Rob Van Dam would take on Alberto Del Rio on Friday Night SmackDown. It's rumored that Van Dam will have a run at the World Heavyweight title, maybe at SummerSlam. So maybe this is them leading up to that. Because Alberto Del Rio has not had a challenger decided for SummerSlam yet, like John Cena has. Next was the Gauntlet, and it was the main event of the evening. First, Daniel Bryan's first opponent was Mr. Weed the People, Jack Swagger. Bryan and Swagger had a pretty good match, and Bryan won the first part of the Gauntlet when he locked Swagger into the Yes Lock and made Swagger tap out. Then Bryan's next opponent was Swagger's Real American's teammate, Antonio Cesaro. Bryan beat Cesaro with an inside cradle. It looked like Cesaro was trying to go for the neutralizer. And finally, it was Daniel Bryan against the Beast. It's the monster, Ryback. Ryback has been his favorite thing to do since his loss to John Cena at Extreme Rules. Not his loss, but since Extreme Rules, Ryback has had this strange habit of putting people through tables. Is what exactly he did to Daniel Bryan. They were on the outside, and Ryback picked him up and powerbombed Bryan through the table, leading to a disqualification. Bryan told John Cena not to come out during the matches, but when Ryback looked like he wasn't finished with Bryan after the matches, then Cena came out. Cena said he want to put this guy through a table after what he's been through so far tonight. Why don't you try doing that to me? And Cena challenged Ryback to a tables match next week on Raw, and Brad Max made the match official. After that, when he was talking with Mr. McMahon, Mr. McMahon said Bryan should have a match as well. When he was slowly suggesting who Bryan should face, and you can see Max was trying to think of who Mr. McMahon was trying to get Max to make a match with. He said Bryan's opponent should be bigger than him, stronger than him, and should be a friend. And Max then caught on that the man Mr. McMahon was indicating was the Big Red Machine, Kane. I don't know how the WWE is going to pull that off, considering Kane hasn't been seen since he was attacked by the Wyatt family. So, yeah, I don't know how they're going to pull that off. But it'll be interesting to see 2 big matches scheduled for Raw next week. The tables match between John Cena and Daniel Bryan, and the tables match between John Cena and Ryback, and Kane taking on and Kane returning to face Daniel Bryan. So, leave in the comment section below, do you think Kane will even be on Raw next week to face Daniel Bryan? So, what kind of condition will Kane even be in after what happened to him at the hands of the Wyatt family? And what do you think will happen in the tables match? A tables match that never goes well. There's always more than one table broken before the match is even finished. Cena and Ryback are going to be there a while. I can tell. So, be interesting to see. Leave in the comment section below what you thought of Raw. And until next time, this has been your boy Corey Pierce 100. Please like, subscribe, and peace.